Hi everybody, good afternoon. Thank you for coming and taking the time. My name is Sar and I'm with VerifyMe. Wait. Okay. Trust is the fuel of the sharing economy. It is the most essential element when it comes to any peer-to-peer transaction online. Our solution is to provide identity services to peer-to-peer marketplaces using social media presence. Why identity? Identity because if I'm a homeowner and I rent my flat on B&B or an Airbnb, if someone is coming to sleep in my house and my wife, my kids, I want to know that the person on the other end of the line is a real person who is actually who they say they are. Now Airbnb understands this. This is why they've made trust and identity one of their most critical missions, and they've gone through great efforts to create an environment that is safe and secure for transactions between people. Oops. Now the research backs this up. It's not just a general sense. When people are asked what is the main concern that's preventing you from participating in these sharing economy platforms, 67% of them quote trust type concerns as the number one concern that they have. And when they're pushed even further, they cite concerns such as personal safety, which is a real issue, as well as property damage, for example with car sharing services, and also privacy. Now, Airbnb obviously is not the only player in this marketplace. With its niche, it has others such as couchsurfing, home exchange. We're talking about established markets such as eBay, which has built a business around trust. Etsy, a newcomer in that field. Now, crowdfunding, a burgeoning industry that's based on peer-to-peer transactions with trust involved, as well as online dating, which has been around forever. These are all basically what all these have in common is they bring people together and they cause an interaction to take place. Even within our little event here, we have already a new startup, Lend and Borrow, which would happily take advantage of our services as well. Now, the existing way, we did not invent a market. This is a market that exists. And we've identified two competitors. The solution that they offer today is what we feel to be invasive, cumbersome, and not very efficient. It alienates users, it prevents them from completing the process. It involves taking a passport or ID, taking pictures, sending them in. An alternative way is using your bank account information to connect your bank account. These are old-fashioned ways of proving identity and proving that you are who you say you are. Also, it's limited in terms of scalability. You cannot grow around the world when you're dealing with local government databases. So to present to you our solution, I'd like to introduce my colleague Igor Berman. Take it away.
Can I get the mic? Well, hi. Yeah, so our solution is different. How is it different? Instead of using a bank account, demanding that you give your most intimate financial details to some company, or instead of taking a picture of yourself holding your passport and hoping that it works and it identifies you, we use data you voluntarily give to social media, to social networks. Why is this good? Why is this an elegant solution? First of all, because the data is complete. It encompasses a lot more information about you than your credit card number or your bank account or picture or your portrait. Nothing, it's up to date. You upload it voluntarily, you make sure it's updated. And the third most important trait is that you feel comfortable giving it. Even today, more than half of the online marketplace users feel comfortable logging in with their Facebook. So they don't mind sharing their posts, their friends, their bio with these sites. But these sites don't use this information to verify the users. They don't use it to make sure that these are real people. we can do it. If they go through us, we can do it better. We can do it smarter. We can use not very complicated algorithms from the field of classification and machine learning to check out the details that he gave us. If let's have an example, I guess. Well, if we have Ariel here, and Ariel claims that he's an engineer from Tel Aviv, he's 20-something. And this is a generic marketplace, this is an Airbnb specifically. He has an option of VerifyMe. He wants to show that he's a real person, that he's legit. So he clicks it, and he's prompted for his Facebook details. Now, once he gives them, we do basic checks. We compare his information against expected patterns. We know how a person of 20-something from Tel Aviv would if something is fishy, if it doesn't seem real, then he doesn't get validated. He has to go some other way, try to get into the site some other way, one of the traditional ways. But Ariel is cool, so he's verified. He gets a verified badge. And the beauty of it is that the badge goes with Ariel to any site that he goes. If Ariel goes on J-Day tomorrow, he can have the same badge. He won't need to go through the process again. He's legit. We got him covered. So we testify that he's good. So just to sum it up about our solution, the market is there. We're not making up the market. The problem exists. We're just offering an elegant, simple solution. Even here, as Sar said, a lot of people encounter the problem of trust. It's a lot less intrusive than current solutions. It's more comprehensive because you get a lot more data than like a credit card number. And it's worldwide, it's cross-platform. And we've even had interest from an Israeli startup called Eat With, which is kind of an Airbnb for food, for home food. Have showed interest, and they said that trust is a concern for them, and a solution like that would help them, would be useful. So if you're interested in it, then you should come by, talk to our tech guys. We have some working demo. We can show you real performance, real algorithm on real data in real time on my real Facebook profile. This is the team. We're team verified. Are you verified? Any questions? Comments?
Feedback.
That's the mic.
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
Jonathan was
Maybe I just didn't understand it. It seems like it's just Facebook Connect, using the data from Facebook and matching it with the profile to make sure they match, right? Is that the idea?
No, it's different than that. We have that, as you said. It's called Facebook Connect. If you open a profile this morning on Facebook, you can use it this afternoon to validate yourself on these sites. This is the existing solution. In my option, if you open a profile this morning, it's suspicious. We run an algorithm. We say that the person this age, this profile, shouldn't have opened a Facebook profile this morning, and maybe he should go some other way. Same thing. An example we use a lot is for dating sites. Like if you claim to be a 20-year-old woman, and you have a profile of a 20-year-old woman, but it's a suspicious profile. Not many girlfriends, a lot of like elderly guy friends. This doesn't pass our check. You have to go some other way. We won't vouch for you.
Can I just add to that, because I think I got your question. We're an independent service which kind of aggregates all your social media presence online. So the way PayPal solved the payment problem for eBay, we're solving the identity problem for eBay, Airbnb. We exist apart, and we just provide this plugin for them to use.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
So trust is definitely a big barrier in every marketplace, and definitely peer-to-peer marketplaces. That's the good news. The bad news, not so many peer-to-peer marketplaces as you might think. And it's true that shared economy and collaborative consumption is a growing trend, and you're going to see more and more marketplaces coming up. And even here in Israel, we got a few growing startups. I think Fiverr would definitely be the biggest example for a peer-to-peer local marketplace that grew up from here. So what I'm saying is the market isn't that big, because you're gonna do B2B selling, which is, I did that, it's fun, you knock on doors, try to work with eBay or Walmart or Macy's, but you're gonna have 5, 10, there are more than 20 big established marketplaces that have more than $100 million revenue stream annual. So that's one point about the market size. because marketplaces are very different than retailers. The second thing is about the go-to-market. Having a plugin, that's what you're basically suggesting, a social media plugin that you're going to sell to eBay, Fiverr, Airbnb, Etsy, and others, is a challenging go-to-market. So it will be interesting for you guys to think more about that, just because it's going to be challenging is the least, I'd say. But I think it's definitely a very interesting model. There's a local company called RapStamp. You guys met them?
Yeah.
Which one?
They're working from the IDC Gazelle program.
All right.
They're meeting eBay reps and Airbnb reps in California this week. They're in the same space. They want to do a verification for reputation.
Yeah.
So why should I start not only the validation, but I sold many stuff on eBay or Etsy.
Yeah.
When I'm coming to Airbnb, I'm a stranger. I want to import that
It's a great
reputation.
trend we're not seeing.
So I would advise you to look at that as well. Yotpo, another social media verification for reviews, local brands. US, you got many more players. Great idea, great presentation, full steam ahead.
Thank you.
So as my distinguished colleague said, it's a good presentation and it's a very interesting space. I would encourage you to continue to research what others have tried and where have they failed, because a lot of people want to be the very sign of the world for collaborative consumption in other spaces. So just continue and figure out what's your edge and how can you be unique, different in those specific aspects of how to go to market and what's the value that you provide. Good luck. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presentation. It's a good job, and digging up forensics in social media probably have a market. Not sure about the size, but definitely it has its place. Good luck digging up mine. I don't have a Facebook account, but I probably should be on a death roll because you guys will classify me as a major criminal. But
You're not biased.
that's my comments, and thank you.
Bravo, Meshuggah.